to get famous.
We are gonna. We are gonna. Hey, welcome back to your Daily Dose. My name is Robert. The improv inoculation, as I just heard from Amy, aka Mrs. Magoo, and
Oh,
we
now I'm married to Mr. Magoo. Oh my
he's
God.
out there somewhere. You were a
Oh,
miss a minute ago, but I just upgraded you. He's a lawyer and he owns a firm. Mr. Magoo.
oh, Mr. Magoo Esquire. Understood.
Yes, yes, Q. Thank you.
Gotcha.
We were baselining yes and
Yeah.
okay, and went from the base reality because yes and is the base reality of improv, right?
Mhm.
And what I love what you were saying was about getting to the unexpected yes, right? People are just like you said, broken down, and everything's going to be no, and I'm going to beat you into submission, this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
And surprising yeses can just floor people to where it's almost like a great I'm trying to think of like I think it's in judo. They talk about ippon. You flip someone and they're stunned. They're on the floor, but they're almost like,
Yeah.
oh, you exposed my stance was off or something. Instead of being mad that you flipped me, it's like, oh, I see. We're working together. And
Yeah.
now, like you said, the focus on the and. This is hey, my quick commercial acceptance, right? Yes does not mean you agree necessarily. That's the biggest takeaway for me and
Yeah.
so important. It doesn't mean yes, everything you say is right, whatever you want. No, 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 no. It's
No,
yes, here we are. And
it means,
this is
yes,
what I
I
see.
hear you.
Right.
I'm processing what you said.
Yep.
And then because so many people, as we said, folks, like I just say yes all the time. There are entire books of like how to say no. Okay, great.
Yeah.
When I always say, we do the yes and yes, but.
Absolutely.
And again, my background is sports. So I'm like, all right, who grew up playing sports? Oh, I did. Okay. What do you use when you're trying to keep somebody out of the paint in basketball? If somebody's coming in to score a goal when I'm playing hockey, what do I use to stop them? Like, your hip. Like, yeah, what that's connected to? Your butt. I was like, yeah, butt stop progress. Doesn't matter how you spell them.
Yep.
And so we focus on the yes. And if we focus too much on the yes, like, yeah, 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 Robert, I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, hold on. Focus on the and, set the expectation. Yes, I hear that you want me to take that file, and I'm happy to do so. And understand that if I take on this file, the one you gave me last week, whose deadline is on Tuesday, we're going to miss that deadline and we're going to blow it.
Mhm.
I in legal is the land of no. And when you have to constantly say no to people, it brings you down because they don't want to. They're creative problem solvers. And so I said, how many, like when I work with attorneys in corporations, at the peanut butter and jelly factory, who here has a sales force? They all raise their hands. Who has heard the following? This is a great idea. No one tell legal. And they all raised their hand. And I was like, how does that make you feel? And one of the attorneys goes, really hurts my feelings. I'm like, yeah. And you know why? Because you want to be part of the team. So when somebody brings you an idea, it could be not a good idea because, like, maybe we don't have the budget or there's tax implications. But you can turn that, no, we can't do that because we don't have the money, or nah, it'll jack our taxes up, or nah, we can't do that because it's
Right.
illegal. Okay. So you could say, yeah, I hear that idea, Robert. Keep in mind, and keep in mind, we're going to have to move some money around in the budget to pay for it. Or keep in mind, there might be some tax implications down the road.
Right.
So you're not saying, no, get out of my office. You're saying, yeah, I hear you. And that's an interesting idea. What we might have to look out for are the following.
That's right. So if you can think of yes like a cloud bubble, I think that based on what
Mm.
you're saying kind of gave me like, you have options based on yes.
Oh,
Those options were totally unavailable based on no. You cannot
correct.
consider the possibilities by closing the door in someone's face. You can't.
Yeah.
People are so afraid that yes means a binary, I'm going to get screwed or be on the hook for something, instead of just opening up to, like you said, the breath of a base reality. Okay, yes means this based on my perspective. When I hear yes, this is what happens. I'll go with you on yes, and it means this to me. Whoa, I never knew that those ands were attached to that yes. Maybe that shifts my desire to even ask for that yes. But a no means you're a bad person. I don't want you around, or this, or you're disincluded in some fashion.
Yeah. Can I put this in this virtual world, right? So I think a perfect example of yes and and I demonstrate this when I do in-person and virtual training. We're on Zoom right now. Okay. This is no. This is no.
Spazzy Magoo, no.
Spazzy Magoo is saying, no, I'm not interested in what you're having to say.
That's right.
Sure. And everyone says, oh, no, 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 I'm paying attention. No, you're not.
Sure, no, go ahead.
Yeah, turn your camera on. That says, yes, I know you're speaking. Sit back and make eye contact with the speaker. Be present in the moment. And there are times where I'll be teaching this in person or virtually, where I'll be in the middle of teaching somebody or a group, and I'll turn the camera off or walk out of the conference room. And I keep the door like partially open.
Yeah.
And then as they're doing their 2-line scenes or whatever scenes they're doing, I just start commenting like, gosh, those shoes don't, I mean, I guess your hair is fine. The lights in this room are really just random comments. And they're like, what is going on? And then I'm like, I'm sorry, I just turned my camera off and I'm just making comments in the chat.
Yeah, that's all.
And they're like, that is terrible. I'm like, yeah. If you were at a conference and Robert, you were speaking, would we all walk out of the conference room and close the door and just watch through the window? They're like, no. I'm like, why? Because it's creepy. Yeah, it's creepy and it's rude. So turn your camera on, because a third of human communication is nonverbal.
Yeah.
And watching you, and I'm going, okay, well, I wonder if he's nervous because he's got his finger in his mouth, or, oh, I think he's pondering something. He's really being thoughtful about what I'm saying right now, or he's got an itch. Like, all of these things can come from that one movement.
100%.
And that's really, really important.
It's so good. It's so important. And one of the phrases that came to me based on what you were saying just now, which is something I'd love to, maybe we'll come back and revisit this because it's so fun. The possibility of yes. I like that, as, to even, because you did a great job of loading up the reasons and the background you come with of how people come in with no so strongly. So, and you're right, people write on it, they speak about it, they this, that, and the other.
The power of no.
The power of no. So the possibility of yes, even that. Yeah. I mean, I radical acceptance is another of my favorite phrases. I love saying yes with great aplomb. But I also have to recognize, what, that scares a lot of people, and I recognize that might be too much. The possibility of no, of yes, the possibility of yes might crack the door for those who are really out on radical acceptance of yes. How does that sound to you? The possibility of yes.
Yeah, I dig it.
Because the double entendre means, what comes with it, the possibility, right?
Yeah. No, I love it. I'll give you an example. We do, like yes and yes, but I did a workshop for the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Wisconsin, for all of the leaders, the leadership of the organization, but then all of the volunteer leaders. And we did yes and yes button. I said, I want the really audacious idea from anyone in the room. And they said, the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Wisconsin are going to buy the Green Bay Packers. Right? So we yes butted, no, I can't do that. It's too cold. Whatever. We don't have enough money, blah, blah, blah. Then we yes anded it, right? We did this. Normally I do this for like a couple minutes and then we talk about yes and yes, but yes and. We did this for 15, almost 20 minutes. Just yes anding it, until we broke down this huge, audacious idea down to, okay, what is possible? And we came up with, the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Wisconsin are going to sell cookies at a Green Bay Packer game during the tailgate. They did. They made about $5,000, because what goes better with beer and brats than cookies? Then the best was, one of them said, we don't even have to change our colors because we're already green and gold.
There it is.
We were cooking with gas by the end of this.
It starts with that high level.
Right. So if they had come in and like, we're going to buy the Green Bay Packers. No, Gloria, dumb idea. Take it to the Boy Scouts. Like, get out of here. It was like, well, hold on. Yeah, we're not going to buy the Green Bay Packers. Have we ever gone to a Green Bay Packer game? Yeah, those tickets are really expensive. Okay, great. So we're not bringing the troops. And we just broke it down. What's something we could do?
Right.
We could sell cookies there. And then it's, all right, if we sold cookies there and hit like this much, what does that mean for the organization? And now I'm a big proponent of like making statements and not asking questions.
Yeah.
Like in scenes. And of course, in like that legal space, that all they do is ask questions.
Yeah.
But at some point, you've boiled it down to an idea that's really attainable.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, great. So this is a base reality. We're going to go sell cookies at the Packers whatever game.
Yeah.
If we do that, if this, then what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
We're going to cover these 4 badges. We're going to make all of this money. What's our goal? Yeah. And what's our goal? Oh, let's make it $4,000. Cool. If we make $4,000, what does that mean for the organization?
Right. Yeah.
That means we don't have to pay for camp. Great.
Yep. Yes, and boom.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
I have to stop you only because we've broken all the rules.
I got to come out there and just visit. I got to just come out there and visit. That's it.
I've had so much fun. We're going to do this again. First of all, let me go back to this, just saying yes, and thank you for not only responding to the post of my post with Dick, but saying, hey, Robert, me too. I want more comedy sports people. Shout out to everybody in comedy sports. Come in, hang out. Let's talk like this. Let's spread the word, because we can yes and through, hopefully we'll keep them tighter, short little things that we can use to each other. How can we help comedy sports help implement improv into more areas of society? We're too good not to do more of this. And
can I say one thing before I go? And I know we've gone over. I just want to give you a shout out during COVID. When you were doing your Parkinson's project and researching, and you asked for people to come and sit in and participate with your Parkinson's group doing improv. I did it a couple of times, and I will never forget that experience. I'm like getting emotional. I will never forget that experience. It was quite literally one of the most powerful experiences I have ever experienced, having to do with improv and then just in general. And I take those moments with me as I teach these workshops, as I expand it into new areas. And it's never left me. And so I just want to thank you for putting the invitation out there and yes, anding people's participation at that. I didn't have any experience with Parkinson's, certainly other areas and other medical conditions and whatnot, but you just accepted me. You're like, yeah, great. Come on in. Yeah. And we're happy to have you. And it changed me. So I had to tell you that it was an honor to be a part of it, but also a privilege. So I just wanted to let you know that.
You're most welcome, and you're most welcome to come back anytime. We're still
Let's go.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, so check the schedule. Not this week, I'll be at a conference, but most every Tuesday and Thursday, come anytime. We'd love to
send me the link, buddy. Spazzy Magoo will report for duty.
Spazzy Magoo is getting a link. I'll send it to you.
Oh, take care, my friend.
Take care, Amy. Be well.
Peace. Bye.
See you on the next dose. Bye-bye.